Which, by the way, another side note here, America has always been an imperialist nation. You can harken back to the Louisiana Purchase of 1803, the Alaska Purchase from Russia in 1867, the Florida Treaty, which Spain ceded Florida to the U.S. in 1819, the Mexico Cession of the West in 1848, the Kingdom of Hawaii, Puerto Rico. America has always engaged in expansionism, and that's not always a bad thing. In fact, it's worked out pretty well so far. There's another justification for America to topple the Iranian regime, and this one hits a lot closer to home, and that's religious freedom. Here's a little known fact. Muslims in Iran are converting to Christianity in droves. After the Iranian Revolution in 1979, churches were made illegal and evangelism was outlawed. And yet today, we are witnessing firsthand a miraculous Christianization of Iran. Reports show that 19% of the Iranian population has converted. 19%. Keep in mind, apostasy is illegal in Iran and punishable up to 10 years in prison. That's if they don't kill you. I hope to God that Trump can liberate these courageous believers in Christ. And obviously, it's not only the Christians that are being repressed. The economy is also failing. In 2025, the real crashed to a record low. $1 equals 1.4 million real. Inflation is between 40 to 50%. Food prices are up 70%. They do boast the cheapest gas prices in the world, though. In many locations, less than 30 cents a gallon, adjusted for US dollars. Now, that's, of course, if you can afford to drive and you don't ride a donkey to work. Let me reiterate. I do not want a full-on invasion of Iran, but it's definitely time to emancipate the Persian people. Women in Iran are clearly fed up with the mandatory hijab laws, as we've seen in the civil unrests in 2022. Turns out that women do not like being treated as property. The Ayatollahs need to be ousted from power. And yes, the US must replace Khomeini with some form of secularist, temporary government. And I know that makes people's heads explode, but the last thing Iran needs is another jihadist terror organization seizing power for themselves. We witnessed this with the Taliban after the Afghanistan withdrawal. I do actually think that Trump will intervene. That's if the Iranians don't successfully overthrow the regime themselves. The regime really has escalated its repression over the last week. Over 3,000 protesters have been murdered by the IRGC. Almost every revolution in history has been assisted by some sort of outside forces with selfish interests, including the American Revolution. Yes, thank you, France. The same Delta forces that carried out Operation Absolute Resolve have been deployed near the Iraq-Iran border. So yeah, things are definitely heating up. But until then, God bless the courageous Christians of Iran. If you enjoyed that clip, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks.